And martial arts and fighting games are truly underrated genres these days. There aren't as many popular titles as there used to be. I remember back in the day, playing Tekken 3 and watching Bruce Lee movies were some of the best things. As passionate about martial arts as I am, I wanted to make this video so badly. In this video, I will show you the top 11 martial arts and fighting games for Android and iOS. Some are pure martial arts experiences, while others offer a blend of fighting styles. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting with number 11, we actually have two games, Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Tag Team and Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai 2. I know these are very old games, like 15-year-old PS2 games, and they are not purely martial arts games, but they still stand out as some of the best fighting games with martial arts elements. Despite their age, they remain some of the best fighting games, especially compared to many Android games. While they share the same anime genre, they offer unique gameplay experiences. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Tag Team is all about fighting alongside a buddy. It's really cool because you can team up and throw down in the Dragon Ball world. What makes this game special is how you can pair up characters for some really wild tag team fights. Plus, it's a 3D game, so the camera angles are different, giving you a dynamic view of the action as you play. Then there's Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai 2. This one's more for the solo gamer. It's got a solid story mode that takes you through some what-if stories from the Dragon Ball world. If you're into games that tell a story and let you fight it out on your own, this is the one for you. Both games really get the Dragon Ball Z vibe right, but they're each good for different types of gamers. Whether you want to join forces with a friend or go it alone, these games are a blast and let you dive into the action of Dragon Ball Z. At number 10, we have Eopui Battle, a game that's not just about the fight, but also the journey and the story behind each punch and kick. Set in a world where martial arts is not just a sport but a way of life. The game is still in the testing phase, but it's already showing great potential with its detailed martial arts mechanics. The game is set in the 1930s and tells an inspiring story of a father and his two sons who battle against evil forces. This purely martial arts game offers a unique experience where every move is a calculated step, every technique is a lesson, and every battle is a test of your mastery. As you progress, you'll unlock new moves and abilities, each rooted in different martial arts philosophies and techniques. Whether you're a seasoned martial artist or a newcomer to the genre, Eopui Battle promises to deliver an authentic and exhilarating experience. Coming in at number 9 is Battle Gang. It's not the kind of game where you'll be practicing your high kicks or perfecting your punches, but it's definitely one that will get you laughing. This game's all about crazy fights with some pretty wild physics that make everything unpredictable and hilarious. You'll be controlling some out-there characters, each with their own goofy style, in battles that are anything but serious. It's the kind of game where you can just let loose, have a good time, and not worry about the rules too much. Battle Gang is also a multiplayer game too, where you can join in with friends or other players online. It's all about teaming up, facing off in wild matches, and having a good time together. Whether you're battling it out in a free-for-all or working as a team, it's the perfect game to play if you're looking to share some laughs and compete in a lighthearted way. So, gather your crew and get ready for some chaotic fun in Battle Gang. Alright, moving on from the goofy stuff, let's shift gears to a game that offers a more authentic martial arts experience. Taekwondo Grand Prix. This game is a treat for those who are searching for a pure martial arts simulation. T's got all the moves and strategies of actual Taekwondo, and it's designed to be as true to life as possible. You'll need to use your brain as much as your reflexes to score points and win matches. The game follows the official rules of the sport, so it's pretty much like stepping into a Taekwondo tournament. You can play against others online, which is great for a bit of friendly competition. Plus, you can make your character look just how you want with different outfits and gear. If you love martial arts, or if you're just curious about Taekwondo, this game is a solid choice. It's all about skill, timing, and technique. Brawlhalla. It's a super fun game to play with friends. And yes, while it's not strictly a martial arts game, it does feature some characters that utilize martial arts techniques. Characters like Wu Shang, for example, are inspired by martial arts and bring those elements into the game's fast-paced brawls. So, if you're looking for a game where you can enjoy both the thrill of martial arts and the excitement of a brawl with friends, Brawlhalla is a great pick. It's got a diverse roster of characters, each with unique abilities and fighting styles, which means there's something for everyone. Sarkar Infinite, an action game. You take on the role of a heroic fighter inspired by South Indian cinema. Brawl your way through missions, defeating enemies with punches, kicks, all within a story inspired by the action-packed world of Indian cinema. You'll progress through the game by completing specific missions and objectives within set environments. Expect lots of hand-to-hand combat with punches, kicks. While it's not exclusively a martial arts game, it does incorporate some martial arts elements into its gameplay. So if you're up for an immersive fighting experience with a touch of martial arts flair, give Sarkar Infinite a shot. Okay, I know this game is an action RPG, but at its core, it's all about martial arts. Project: The Perceiver takes you on an adventure where you'll be using martial arts to battle through enemies and explore an ancient world. It's got that historical feel with a twist of supernatural stuff, kind of like what you see in games like Sekiro or Ghost of Tsushima. The combat is really focused on martial arts moves, so you'll get to kick, punch, and combo your way through the game. But here's the twist. The trailer shows a ton of sword fighting too, so it seems like you'll be mastering both martial arts skills and becoming a sword-wielding badass as you explore this open world. The release date of Project the Perceiver is still unknown, but you can pre-register for this game on TapTap. The game is looking good for a mobile game, with impressive graphics and gameplay that promise to deliver an exciting experience. We all know Shadow Fight games are super popular for their martial arts action. This game is next level with its cool moves and smart fighting. It's not just hitting buttons randomly, you've got to watch your opponent and know when to make your move, just like a real martial artist. Plus, you can play with your friends, team up with them, or go head-to-head. Shadow Fight Arena is way more fun when you're playing with others. If you're into games that feel like a real fight and love playing with friends, you've got to try Shadow Fight Arena. You might just become a legend in the game. Okay, this game has everything. An open-world action RPG with martial arts and a story. What more could you want? Pre-Master is a game that packs a punch with its blend of exploration, combat, and narrative. Set in the vibrant K-City, you'll find yourself immersed in a world where underground gangs clash with traditional martial arts. In Pre-Master, as you wander around, you'll meet lots of different folks who all have their own stories. These stories make the big picture even more interesting. The fighting part of the game feels natural and lets you pull off all sorts of cool martial arts moves. You're free to roam wherever you want, find hidden stuff, get better at fighting, and decide how your adventure goes. Whether you're doing missions, getting stronger, or just enjoying the world, Pre-Master is super fun and hard to stop playing. Martial arts in this game is really good. Look at these kicks. I love it. Pre-Master doesn't just throw you into the action. It gives you the kind of kicks and moves that make you feel like a real martial arts pro. Shadow Fight 2 is a real gem of a game, especially when it comes to martial arts action. It's got everything you'd want: cool moves, intense fights, and a vibe that's just right for mobile gaming. People love it because it feels like you're right in the middle of the action, throwing punches and kicks that look super smooth. Shadow Fight 2 is not just a game, it's a masterpiece. It's one of those games that nails the martial arts experience on mobile. So yeah, Shadow Fight 2, definitely one of the best out there.
What is the highest technique you want to achieve?
There is no technique.
What are you thinking when facing your opponent?
And there is no opponent.
Why is that?
Because I do not exist. A good martial artist never becomes tense. Without thinking yet, without dreaming. Kung Fu, the best example would be a glass of water. Every Kung Fu man is trying to do that. To be soft like water and flexible and adapt itself to the opponent. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. When you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. The water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
As someone who loves watching Bruce Lee fights, this game looks absolutely win to me. Project. The Outcast throws a twist at the start with a famous Bruce Lee quote about being like water is connected to the combat of this game. The combat in Project The Outcast is deeply inspired by Bruce Lee's philosophy of being like water, which emphasizes adaptability and fluidity in martial arts. Lee's iconic statement, empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. In essence, this philosophy is about being flexible and responsive, adapting to the shape and movement of the opponent and the environment, much like water takes the form of its container. The game's combat system is designed to reflect this, with a focus on a dynamic flow of offensive and defensive maneuvers, making each fight feel like a dance. So, you might expect a realistic martial arts game, right? Not exactly. While the game does incorporate realistic martial arts techniques, it also introduces fantasy elements. As seen in the trailer, characters aren't limited to just martial arts. They wield fantastic powers, launching fireballs and calling down lightning strikes on their opponents. This isn't just some random supernatural power we're talking about. For those who don't know, this game is actually based on the anime Hitori no Shida, also known as The Outcast. In the anime, characters like Zhang Chulan and Feng Baobao navigate a world where martial arts and supernatural abilities collide. The game captures this essence, blending the disciplined world of martial arts with the explosive and unpredictable nature of the anime's elemental powers. It's a game that promises not just a test of your fighting skills, but also your ability to harness the extraordinary abilities of the characters from Hitori no Shida. The release date for Project The Outcast is soon for Android and iOS devices. While the exact date isn't specified, keep an eye out for this exciting blend of martial arts and anime-style action.
You must liberate your ambition. Not to think, to feel.
Hey, only 3.6% of you have subscribed to the channel. That's like entering a martial arts tournament and only using one move. So if you want to be a true master of the YouTube arts, hit that subscribe button. So, I see you in next video. Until then, goodbye.